The day has come. A new speculation map has dropped for both HHN 30 in Orlando and HHN 2020 in Hollywood. But we'll get into that up next. Welcome back, everybody. It's Michael from Hollow Thrills. And before we get into today's news, if you want to stay up to date on any of the content that I post, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I post a video. And with that being said, let's get right into the Speculation Map version 3. So like I said, Speculation Map version 3 was released a couple days ago from HN Nightmares over on Instagram and Twitter. And as you can see, there are a handful of new things on the version of the map, as well as some old things returning from previous speculation maps. So we'll go across the list starting with House A. This one hasn't changed a lot, but has slightly changed in the name. Originally it was Universal Monsters The Bride, but now it's TheBrides with an S at the end, signifying that this will most likely cover all of the brides, if not just the Bride of Frankenstein and Dracula's brides. And that house is also rumored to be located in the Music Plaza soundstage, which is Soundstage 22. Next house, which is the reveal of the secret IP from the last speculation map, which as rumored and called by multiple channels covering this in the community, it is revealed to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We have no word on which movie it is though, but it has been rumored that it is going to be a best of house for including all of the movies. And this is going to be located in one half of Soundstage 24. But next, keeping its spot and location on the map from the last version, is Bedtime Stories, which at this point seems very likely that it will be a house, and as it is continued to hold its spot in the map. And once again, this is going to cover the other half of Soundstage 24. House D on the map is a new one, as it has replaced Cheriquentis in this location. This house is called Horror Nights Icons. Now, which to me seems kind of like an anniversary house, but as you will see in a little bit when we cover a future house in the speculation map, it's not entirely the case. But my guess is that this house will probably be split into sections by the past icons, and each giving a little callback to their old houses that they were included in past events. Similar to the director being an all-night die-in, Eddie in Run, and also the caretaker in Scream House. So we could see nods back to all of those old original houses that included those icons. And with that being said, this house is supposed to be taking the spot of the Terror Queen house that was originally rumored in Soundstage 25. Now moving on to the next house, which is supposed to be our 30th anniversary house, which, seeing as all the icons may be having their own house, leads me to believe that this house is going to be a walk down memory lane, including a lot of old popular HHN houses, original ones that being, rather than focusing on the icons related to the houses from the past. Which honestly makes me super excited, as it might give me a chance to go through parts of old houses that I wasn't able to go through in the past, similar to Dungeon of Terror, Scarecrow, different houses like that, where they're like really big, well-known houses that a lot of people liked, but were before I got to go to the event. And this house looks to be located in the Men in Black tent, which honestly is really interesting to me, seeing as such an in-depth house like this, as it would be put in such a small location, but I guess we'll have to see how it turns out. Next, we have a returning original from the last speculation map, which I've talked about before in other videos. This one is the Pumpkin Original, which, to be honest, it's starting to become my top most hyped house for this year's event, if it does come true. And honestly, I could see it being really amazing, and just could probably blow any old house out of the water, but I guess we'll have to see with how that goes. And this house is rumored to be in Sprung Tent 2, comparative to the last speculation map that said it was going to be in Sprung Tent 1. This time it has moved to Sprung Tent 2. Next house we have is a new original, which filled the unknown original spot that was in the speculation map last time. And this one is called Mannequin Theater. Now I believe that this is just a placeholder name for the actual name of the house, but it does give a little idea of what this house could be about. And honestly, in my opinion, and from what I've heard from different community members, is that this could turn out to be sort of a Seeds of Extinction / Dollhouse of the Damned type house, because you probably won't know where the scare actors are, what's an actual scare actor and what's just a regular old mannequin. And to be honest, it's kind of making me a little anxious just thinking about it. And I can't imagine how it's going to feel when we actually get to the event and this is at the event. So that being said, let's continue on. The next house that has kept its spot in the speculation map again, and that is the Netflix property Haunting of Hill House. Nothing else to really say about this property, as it has been speculated on the first, second, and now the third speculation map. So yeah, this isn't anything new, and once again, it's supposed to be in the new parade building. The last two houses to cover, first being a returning rumor from the last map, but in a new location. This house being Beetlejuice. Now the location for such a big crowd drawing house has me a bit puzzled, as it is rumored to be located in the old parade building, which is the building that we've actually seen the most construction for. And I just can't see how this house is going to work in such a confined location. But I guess we'll have to see when the event comes around. And now the last house, which is a returning, one of the old returning houses that was vacant from the second version of the speculation map, but was on the first speculation map. And now it has returned in the third speculation map. This being Billie Eilish. And now, see, I can see how this might work. I'm still not entirely a fan of it, but it's coming to the point where it keeps showing up, so I'm probably just gonna have to suck it up. And who knows? I might go through it and absolutely love this house. We're just gonna have to see what happens when the event actually happens. And in the speculation map, it actually says that this house is going to be in Soundstage 23, but since the release of this map, HHN Nightmares has posted on Twitter that they messed up on the map and is actually going to be located in the Shrek Soundstage. And now that is it for the houses, but we will move into the first rumored scare zone, which can be seen on the map. And the first rumored scare zone for the event this year is going to be Creepshow. And for those who don't know what Creepshow is, it is an old horror film that released in 1987, I believe, 1986, something like that. And it just takes you through the pages of a comic book, a horror-themed comic book, and now over the past year has become a hit TV series. Last year, Hollywood had Creepshow as a maze, and it was apparently a really, really good and house and a big hit, and I'm really excited to see how this pans out. And the rumored location for this scare zone as of now is on Hollywood Boulevard. Now let's take a look at the very, very disappointing HHN Hollywood speculation map. And as you can see, there's only going to be a rumored 7 mazes this year, and even one of them is supposed to be the outdated Walking Dead attraction. Now, a lot of people are upset about this, seeing that they're only going to have 6 new mazes and one really outdated maze that they've had for years. But, like I've said, time and time again, this is just speculation, so few months, like a month or so down the line, when we actually get reveals on such, they might still have all their houses that they would normally have. The first thing that I can see on here that we're going to cover, which is actually important, is similar to Orlando. Their secret IP has also been revealed to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that is going to be located in the Waterworld queue. And the new addition to their map being Invisible Man, which is going to be based on the new Universal remake and not the original classic monster. But other than that, they have Universal Monsters The Bride with music by Slash. It's a little bit different, but also Beetlejuice, and located across from Beetlejuice in the backlot tents is also going to be the Billie Eilish maze. So that wraps up this long speculation map video. If you have opinions on any of the things that I said today, make sure you leave them in the comments below, and don't forget while you're down there to drop a like. And as always, I've been Michael, this has been Hollow Thrills. I'll see you guys next time.